Governor Adeboye Tola gave the admonition in Ile-Ife during the flag-off campaigns towards his re-election in the July 16 gubernatorial election. Governor's office correspondent Sayao Donidi now completes the story.
The ancient town of Ile-Ife was agog with pomps and pageantry as Governor Adeboye Tola flagged off campaign towards his re-election in July 16 gubernatorial election. The choice of Ile-Ife is pretty much symbolic and historically relevant. Ile-Ife being the source of Yoruba race, the historical perspective was profoundly rewarded by the teeming crowd from within Ile-Ife township as well as adjoining towns and villages who converged on Enua Square to welcome Governor Adeboye Tola to the cradle of civilization. In line with the tradition, Governor Adeboye Tola and his entourage paid homage to Onirisha Obaenitan Ogunwusi Ojaja II in his palace to receive royal blessing for a successful re-election of Governor Adeboye Tola in the forthcoming gubernatorial election. Speaking at the palace of Oni, Governor Adeboye Tola said that it is imperative to flag off the campaign rally in the ancient town in view of integral position to Yoruba trajectory onto a global space, stressing that the tradition has always yielded positive outcome for the All Progressive Congress. Governor Oyetola therefore reaffirmed his commitment towards infrastructural developments as well as overall well-being of the citizenry. In his remark, the Oni of Ife, Oba Enito Ogunwusi, who commended Governor Adeboye Tola and the leadership of All Progressive Congress for being sensitive of the historical position occupied by Ile-Ife, expressed optimism that the state of Osun would continue to witness infrastructural developments under the leadership of Governor Adeboye Tola. Addressing the crowd at Enua Square, Governor Oyetola, while re-emphasizing his conviction for the continuation of good governance under his leadership across the state of Osun, cautioned the electorates against empty promises being orchestrated by some politicians in order not to undermine the giant stride recorded in all ramifications by his administration. In their separate remarks, the National Secretary of the All Progressive Congress, Senator Iyola Omishore, the State Chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Prince Boyega Famodun, the Director General of Ileri Oluwa Campaign Organization, Senator Ajibola Bashir, urged the residents toward ensuring the sustenance of good governance as demonstrated by Governor Adeboye Tola since assuming the mantle of leadership in the state of Osun. Also on ground to witness the flag-off campaign, including the wife of the governor, Mrs. Kafayat Oyetola, the deputy governor, Mr. Benedict Alabi, the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Honorable Timothy Oweye, Secretary to the State Government, Prince Wole Oyebamiji, and other members of the State Executive Council, members of the National Assembly, members of the State House of Assembly, representatives of Hausa and Igbo communities, stewards and members of the All Progressive Congress from across the state. Sanya Onoride reporting from Governor's Office.
Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai has proposed the clearance of Qatari, Rijana and Akedibu communities along Kaduna-Abuja Highway, saying they harbor criminals and informants. The governor received the first quarter 2022 security report, which said 360 persons were killed, 1,389 others kidnapped in the state between January and March, adding that there was intelligence report that Boko Haram, ISWAP, and other terrorists were recruiting Kaduna youth. According to Governor El-Rufai, terrorists who relocated to Kaduna from northeast reportedly said Kaduna forests are better than Sambisa. He noted that the situation in the northwest is far more serious and potentially dangerous than that of northeast. Nigerian Navy has arrested 20 suspects with over 6 million liters of stolen products recovered. The successes were made possible by the Chief of Naval Staff Biting Team, codenamed Operation Dakata da Barau. The squad was made breakthroughs in which over 10 billion naira worth of stolen crude oil and petroleum products were denied to oil thieves by the Nigerian Navy. According to Naval spokesman Commodore Ayo Vaughan, Week 5 and 6 of the operation witnessed seizures and arrest of over 6 million liters of petroleum products and stolen crude oil, including arrests of more than 20 suspects, many of whom had been handed over for prosecution. The federal government says it, at the conclusion of the ongoing reform in the creative industry and advertising sector, the country will earn $2 billion in advertising within 3 years. The Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, said this in Abuja at a technical session of the tax on audience measurement inaugurated by the government. Alhaji Mohammed, who said the 400 million naira the country was currently earning from advertising was unacceptable, reiterating the position of the tax form to raise it to $2 billion within 3 years. He said with the conclusion of the reform process, the entire creative industry will never be the same again. And now to sport. A 25-year-old boxer from southern Indian state of Telangana has become the 5th Indian woman to win gold medal in a world championship. Nikrat Zarin beat Thailand's Jiptong Jutamas in the 52 kg flyweight category at the Women's World Boxing Championship held at Istanbul, Turkey. As the new world flyweight champion's name was called out, Zarin put her hand in the air, hugged her opponent, and broke into tears. The former junior world champion is the 5th Indian woman boxer after Mary Kom, Sarita Devi, Jenny Earl, and Ledka Casey to win a gold at the World Championship. In 2019, when Zarin asked for a fair trial against India's legendary boxer Mary Kom after being denied a chance to compete in the trial for Tokyo Olympics. 3 years later, Zarin is a world champion, winning India's first gold since Mary Kom won it in 2018. A government spokesperson in Rwanda said that the nation expects the first group of 50 asylum seekers to be transferred from the United Kingdom by the end of this month. The spokesperson added that last month, the UK government announced plans to send people seeking asylum to the East African country, but earlier this month it said it expected lawyers to lodge complaints to prevent the removal. Both countries signed a controversial immigration deal recently to take those who entered the UK illegally to the East African state. For its part in the scheme, Rwanda will net $158 million. The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees condemned the scheme as a gradual breach of international law and contrary to the letter and spirit of the Refugees Convention. That ends the immediate news on OSBC TV. It was edited by Abdul Jalil at WC. Join us at 3 for the state news. Good afternoon.